about the fact that you're able to play a simpler game on the road. Can you talk about what goes into that? Is that just because here maybe players think that they have to do a little more entertaining, and on the road you're able to just go out and play the basic fundamental game, and does that help you here in the next couple of weeks?
Well, this week coming up, going up to Tech, first of all, it's a smaller rink, so the game becomes simplified. Things happen at a little quicker pace, so before you get the puck, you better know what you're going to do with it. You better have a plan what you're going to do with it once you get it. So that simplifies the game to a degree. A lot of times you put the puck to spaces because of the time of lack, or of the less time and space. You got to move it to areas where your teammates are going to be, so you have to be one step ahead of it.
Andy?
The last time you guys played Tech, a good deal was made about them being the oldest team in the league and you guys being the youngest team, and that was really your freshman's first exposure to the league. Has your team changed considerably since then? In what areas do you think that the change has been most profound?
Well, I think you've asked me the question, but you can answer that to some degree yourself. We have changed a whole deal, especially after Christmas time. I mean, our freshmen are no longer freshmen, and watching our game on Saturday night, it's interesting how athletics go with the fact that we win Friday night, but to be real honest, I was somewhat frustrated in the way that we played, but we win. Saturday we played close to an A game and we lose. We created great scoring chances. We did a lot of good things with the puck, away from the puck. Unfortunately, we didn't find the back of the net, and as a result, they get a tip-in goal to win a game. But I thoroughly enjoyed breaking down most of that game yesterday. There's great stuff that we can take to our players and show them this is us. And it's disappointing when you don't win because that's what it's all about. But in terms of the things that we did, I could kind of walk away. Geez, we did a lot of good things, and that's athletics. And we have grown. I bring this up now because we've grown in so many areas. Our defensive zone coverage, our breakouts were better. Our breakouts in the neutral zone. We created scoring chances because we put the pucks where we needed to. We had guys play at a level that we hadn't seen in a while. Ben Street's line, really felt bad for them when they were on the ice for the winning goal. We win a face-off. We don't quite rim it hard enough, and we don't tie up in front and the puck's in the net, but I bet they led us in scoring chances forward with Mike Davies and Matthew Ford along with Ben Street. So growing in all areas. How much you measure that, in terms of percentages, it's tough to put that, but the fact is we are a different team than when the first time we played Tech. How was that for a short answer there? That it sounded like Bo there a little bit, didn't it?
Rob?
You mentioned after Saturday night kind of the 24-hour rule of being able to put it out of your system and then turn the page. One, have you been able to do that? And two, that would seem to be something that's easier to do with a more experienced, older team with your age. Do you worry that that's something that these guys need to be reminded of, or that you're confident at this point that they are different and have grown and can do that?
Well, I just met with Captain Davis Trubisky here a little bit and asked him, how the guys are doing. I said, just what I explained to him. Watched the game. Geez, we did a lot of good things. How are the guys feeling? He says, yeah, we're disappointed that we lost, but we know we've been playing well here. It's just a little bump in the road. We got to get back to the way we know we can play, and we didn't play Saturday night. So I think having been through some of the grinds, knowing where we were, knowing how we've been playing, I think the 24-hour rule will set in real well here because we'll get back on the ice today and we'll be able to give them some video feedback to say, hey, look at all these good things that we did. Let's continue to do these. We'll be fine. We keep playing like that, we'll get our W's.
Andy?
Mike, what do you say to the perception that of the teams that are bunched where you guys are, that you have the least stressful schedule down the stretch?
I don't think that exists in our conference, to be really honest. I mean, you could argue that fact, but you know as well as I do, anybody in this league can beat anybody in any given night if you're not ready to play and play well. And it just continues to amaze us as a staff how we are ranked nationally, and our records are barely at 500 or a little above for a lot of the teams in terms of the top 20. So I don't think that's never crossed our minds to put it in that context, because we've been around long enough to know that anybody can beat anybody on any given night.
One of the surprising things about Ben Street's scoring line is that he leads your team in goals. He doesn't have a power play.
Yeah,
he's always out there. One of the two units, he's always out there on that. Is that just something that I think maybe it indicates a little bit that, he's pretty good 5-on-5, obviously, but also he.
We've always said about Ben, he does a lot of little things, and although he doesn't have any power play goals, if you remember that goal against Minnesota, Ben took coverage away from Patrick Johnson by going out in the slot and being a target there. So he does a lot of those little things. He wins face-offs, he gets pucks. So yes, he doesn't have any power play goals, but he's contributed in terms of our power play being successful.
As someone who played the game, do you put more stock in someone who's most of their goals, if not all of them, are even strength versus an extraordinary number of power play goals? Wouldn't you think that it's more difficult to score 5-on-5 versus power play, therefore that would be a more impressive total?
When we pre-scout teams, we put up their numbers above their names. And in brackets, we put the number of power play goals on so that we can compare even number to power play goals for. And it's a factor. I don't think you can put one importance over the other, because you want guys to score in the power play and to say, well, he's only got 1 goal in the power play, but 12 on the even strength. You say, well, he's a better 5-on-5 player. I think being an experienced coach, you would take that with a grain of salt, knowing that he's probably doing a lot of little things, or he wouldn't be involved in goal scoring at all. So I don't think we put one over the other. They're both very, very vital.
Anything else for Mike? Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.